I used to have an indoor TV antenna. I didn't get many channels, however. It was just enough to watch a few channels that aired reruns of classic TV shows from the 50s and 60s. I would sometimes get channels that were a little fuzzy, but I could still make out what was on them. I would sometimes flip to these channels and see if I could decipher what movie or show was playing on it. One day I was bored and flipped to one such channel, where some animated show was playing. There wasn't any intelligible audio, so I only had visuals to go off of. There were 3 teenagers sitting around a campfire. A skinny blonde girl in a green dress who had a passing resemblance to Daphne from Scooby-Doo, a muscular boy with brown hair who was wearing an orange shirt and blue jeans, and a skinny boy with brown hair who was wearing all black. After talking around the fire for a little, the girl went off to do something. The 2 boys started to talk about something. However, after a few seconds, they looked to the left with shocked expressions on their faces before running in the direction of whatever caught their attention. It cut to an image of the girl, dead, with her brain removed. There wasn't any blood, but it was still surprisingly graphic, and I was genuinely caught off guard at the sight. The 2 boys ran back to the campsite. The muscular one ran to his truck, while the skinny one started packing up. The teen at the truck tried getting it to start, only to see something from his rearview mirror. The program cut to a scene where the skinny boy was getting attacked by a strange furry creature with red eyes and a lamprey-like mouth. The creature easily picked up the squirming teen and put the top of his head into his mouth before seemingly sucking out his brain. Just as the creature killed the skinny one, it noticed the one in the truck and started approaching the truck. Right as the creature got out the back of the truck, the channel cut out, being replaced by static. I upgraded to a Roku about a week later, and no matter how hard I searched online, I could not find the animation I saw that night. If anybody has any idea what I watched that night, let me know. I want to know what the context was and how it ends. And that was The Fuzzy Channel, written by RedZ Gaming 68, also known as Voiceless Defender on Fandom. Alright, review time. This was pretty interesting. It felt like a recount of Lost Media. Like, it feels like something that you would read on the tip of my tongue subreddit, or in the Lost Media wiki forums. It's genuinely very well conceived. It feels like this guy is looking for just a lost horror movie. Because from what I'm hearing right here, it genuinely seems like some body horror flick. Something similar to Halloween, or hell, even Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And the fact that this is an animation makes it all the more interesting. Because, like, you don't normally see stuff like this animated. Well, there's that one Blair Witch Project parody of Scooby-Doo, but, like, I'm pretty sure there's other examples, but I haven't seen much. So, yeah, this was pretty interesting. One of the main flaws was that there are certain words that are spelled incorrectly, like there, and surprisingly, the words there are spelt with IE instead of EI, which kind of bugged me just a little bit. Y'all know how I get with spelling mistakes. And author, please don't take offense to this, as this is actually a compliment. This is an example of cliches being done correctly. Like, you have your typical blood, I think blood, like your typical death, like some sort of character murdering people with an unknown reason. But here it makes sense. So with a little bit of spell checking, it could be a whole lot better, in my honest opinion. My final rating for this story would have to be an 8 out of 10. Mainly because not just the spelling mistakes, but you could go into further detail on like what else happened in the in this video, this animation, like somewhat horror flick. Maybe you could describe what the theme of it felt like. Did it feel like watching Halloween? Did it feel like watching just Mike Myers stab a bunch of people? Like, I would go into more detail on that. This is probably the